Hello everyone, this is my fourth video and welcome to ATPB Gaming. I just want to share something that's been eating at me for a while, but right now it's getting worse and I think that you guys can relate to this. Um, Most of us right now are struggling because of the prices going up and up, but the working wage is stagnant. I know that you know this. We work for these long hours and hope, to make life a bit better for ourselves, for our families. But lately, I've been wondering if the quote and unquote better is even possible when the whole system feels like it's built to keep people like us, at the bottom, below. Every day, I scroll through the news or see it on Facebook, and it's the same thing. Another news, another scandal, another investigation. They always say, "We look into it." But you start to get numb. But then you realize, and you look around, it's not just stories online or on the TV. It's real. It's affecting you and me. So, me, in my experience, I live in a tropical country. So we don't have winter, so we only have two seasons. So it's either summer or the rainy or typhoon season. So it's either very hot or very cold because it's always raining. It's raining to a point that some cities in my country turns into that movie. Um, you know, where everything is below the ocean, Waterworld, that movie. I'm not joking. Some cities turns into like that because we don't really have a good drainage system. So when they said they were fixing it, our current president even bragged about these flood control projects. But turns out those projects, the ones that cost billions, half of them are ghost projects, meaning they don't even exist. So where the money went, I'm pretty sure it's in the pockets of the biggest politicians in my country right now. And when I see those headlines about corruption again, I can't really help but think that's where our tax money goes. In their pockets, that's the price of rice going up, the the public transportation fare rising. That's our life getting harder while someone else's pockets are getting fatter. You know how it feels? It's like watching someone steal from your dinner plate while you're eating, and you pretend that you don't see it. Because if you complain, they'll tell you that's just how things are, and if you complain even more, they'll they'll just tell you to work hard, be patient, don't trust the system. But the system is the reason why we cannot get our lives better. It's easy for those on the top to say that things are improving while we are the ones wading through the floodwater and counting coins for the next meal. It's true. My salary is just like it's just like a fresh fish that you caught. You hold it and it slides away from you. That's just what happens. Why? Because the prices of the electricity is too high, water bill, food, gas, and what I mean gas is like gas for cooking because here we buy it per tank. The ones who don't have to worry about that are rich people. Uh, Here we buy it per small tank. We don't have we don't have a car. Here, if you have a car, at least you are getting well for your life. I don't have that kind of money to buy a vehicle. I know it's just not here. I've seen videos online from other countries. Uh, they have the same thing. Politicians who promise change but deliver the same crap. Roads that cost more than they should. Money meant for schools ending up in someone's private account. It happens in my country. I know it happens in your country as well. Right now, I think there's a news that uh, a government department here in my country was tasked to build schools. They only built two for 2 years, and it's not even finished. You see how bad the corruption is. I'm not exactly sure how many they built, but it's very low to the expectation that the administration thought, and it's not even finished. Not to mention our education system is very bad. Um, we are not united. We are very regional. Those things. My country is very fragmented right now, to be honest. I will not be surprised if someday this country will break into multiple smaller countries because my people are they hate each other. Let's just say that. So we all have our versions of it. Different countries, same story. Ordinary people working hard, doing the right thing, while a few bend the rules and never pay the price. Most of the time, they even rewarded. They get millions, while we get coins. And somehow, we all got used to it. We shake our heads, share the post, run online, especially my people. They are very expert when it comes to ranting, complaining online, but they don't do anything in real life because they don't want to disturb the quote unquote peace. But deep down, we've accepted it as normal. That's the scariest part. Not the corruption itself, but how normal it's become. People keep saying, we just need better leaders. But what if the problem isn't the leaders? Isn't just the leaders? I know that's not it. It's the system itself, the very foundation of how things run. Because if the system rewards greed, if it protects the powerful and punishes the poor, then even good leaders will drown in it. It's like uh, planting seeds in a poisoned soil. You cannot expect anything good to grow. But here's the hard truth, and maybe this is why nothing changes, especially here in my country. First is most of us are scared to start over. We want change, but not if it means discomfort. Another one is we want honesty, but not if it means confronting our own silence. We don't want to disturb our way of life, even if that way of life is slowly draining the life out of us. So, what we do, we settle, we adjust, we tell ourselves that that's just the way it is, and uh, if you do that, as usual, the system wins again. But maybe, maybe real change is not about waiting for someone to save us. You know, Maybe it's about tearing down what's rotten piece by piece and building something new, even if it takes generations. Because if we don't start now, when will we? In my country's case, I don't know. I think it's hopeless. Because if you protest here, you will be labeled as a communist or someone from the opposition. So if the government labels you with that, then it might be a good thing because they're reacting to your protest. But no, ordinary people online will label you with that assumption. So ordinary people will label you with that online because they don't want to do anything about this crap, but they complain about their lives. And they have the guts to tell you to, work hard, don't depend on the government, be independent. So what's the purpose of the government then? Hmm? What's the reason that government still exists? I don't understand it. This is why I envy other countries. They have unity. So if special, for example, in Nepal, they have the same issue, corruption. What they do, they protested, they bring down their government, they form a government based on what they want. In Indonesia, same thing, same problem, they did the same thing. What happened in my country? I mean, some people tried, but what the other people did online, they will just say, you're disturbing the peace, and they will question you. You have no work, huh? You have no work, and you do these things. Go get a job. So what is gonna be? Do you want change or do you want to retain this kind of system? But you complain. You complain how system is killing you, but you don't want to do anything about it. I don't understand my people. That's why I envy other countries that has common sense and have unity and really want change, not just complain online. Um, and they will label you like that as a communist. But let's just say, what if communism is not that bad? Our neighbor Vietnam is, communist, but they're doing better than us. And don't tell me that capitalism is good because it's not working for most of us. Like me, I can't even buy clothes. All of my salary is going to my bills. And yes, for sure, for some people here in my country, it works. And who are those people? You know it, the corrupt politicians and the business men and women that they're already involved, those kinds of people. But for ordinary people like me living in minimum wage, impossible. So thank you for listening to me, to a voice that doesn't usually get heard. I don't have fancy words or accent, but I know this: no country, no matter how rich or powerful, can survive if its people stop believing in fairness. So I envy you people living in other countries without the same issues like mine, unity and common sense. If I'm if I can be born in a different country, I will not choose this place, to be honest. And right now, that belief, that hope in me is dying. Corruption isn't just my country's problem, for sure. It's a human one, and until we have the courage to rebuild from the ground up, to disturb what's broken, or something is better can take its place, we'll keep living the same tired story. So that's it. Thank you for watching this video, and I hope that I can see you on the next video. Bye bye.